Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, welcome to the Court of Fowl. My name is Richter. I am your court mage, and always at your service, nya. I'm sure that you're all excited to see what happens next. I am too. You can tell by my very, very excited wagging. Welcome. I know Oliver came in early. And welcome Tsuma, welcome Rem. Hello Phoebe, welcome Nito. Welcome, welcome. One and all. Now, are you ready? Are you all ready to witness? I see. Are you scared? You should be. And so, ready yourselves, and behold, the maid Richter Meow. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, one and all. As you can tell, I hope this is as good as you hoped it would be. Ah. Welcome truly to this night of horrors. All right. So I'm pretty sure, I hope you're all dressed up too. You know you should, right? You know you should also get dressed up for this. For this wonderful, wonderful Halloween night. Spooky affairs await you all. Ah. As you can see, I am ready to bring you a night of horrific tales. We have some creepypastas ready to be read, and I've decided to go with a very, very particular classic. Welcome, Srijita. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, I'm happy to see you. You can tell. My tail is wagging. Yeah. How is the background music, by the way? Is it spoopy enough? Is it too loud? Or is it just loud enough? Yeah, yeah. Happy, happy Halloween. If you're gonna do a screenshot, at least capture this. Okay. Now, with this Halloween special, by the way, I did tweet out that we're going to be having this stream. I'm hoping that it's all right. Okay, we're good. I think we are good. I do need to pull up now the story that we'll be reading. But we're not going to start reading right away. So first and foremost, I would like to hear how all of you are doing. I know it's only been, what, 2 days over the weekend? You guys been doing all right over the weekend? How have you all been spending your Halloween? Did you all get a lot of treats today? Or at the very least, treated yourself to something? I'd be fitting if I post this in COD in 4K. It would be, I suppose. Treating myself to my own cooking? Ooh. Failed my quest to get a Switch today. Oh, no. No. Well, don't worry. You have tomorrow to try again. If you're really adamant to get a Switch, I'm sure you can pick one up tomorrow. Right? So I would say hang on tight. And really, I would say more than the Switch, you should really focus on getting the games that you want. I mean, what's the point in getting a Switch, right? If you're not going to get the games that you want. Because I can recommend a whole bunch. I've been playing with my Switch a lot more the past few months, really, than I have been during, like, the first maybe year or two of me actually buying it. Because I originally bought my Switch when Smash came out. Smash Ultimate. So I'm like, hell yeah, of course I'm going to be playing Smash Ultimate. Especially since they announced that Castlevania's... I was about to say Richter Fowl. Like, oh wait, no, Richter Belmont was going to be in the game. But yeah, like I grabbed it mainly because, oh shoot, they're adding Richter Belmont? Hells yeah, I'm getting that game. Speaking of... Exactly. Speaking of that Belmont, though, I am excited for them to release the new Castlevania series. I am excited. I am, like, so stoked for it. Hello, Gewalt. Skeleton Night today, are we? It seems that at least I'm not the only one in a themed costume tonight. So hello. It is nice to see that you have gotten around to it. Thoughts on the new Silent Hill 1 and 2? I honestly, I want to give it a go. You know, I'm not great at these games, but I certainly want to at least give my hand at it, especially the legacy that something like Silent Hill holds. Like, especially since they released the what do you call it? They PT, there we go. I was trying to remember the name. PT. Like, holy cow, that entire, like, looping hallway. That is just that is creepy on a very different level, you know? Hello, lads. I just came back from a Hello Strange World of Tanks match. Oh? Hello Strange how? Do elaborate. Couldn't find my Jack Skellington costume, so I am cosplaying as generic NPC. No, Eve, you will never just be generic NPC. You are quest. You are quest character, recruitable character. So please, you're not generic NPC today, all right? And I'm sure chat would be more than happy to agree with me. Heckin' recruitable. Yes, playable character for sure. Now, that said, some other quick updates, I guess. It would be that I have packed boxes. I have packed things. We're going to be getting ready to move in another day. I still have to do a lot of packing mostly because I haven't really gotten around to doing it as quickly as I would like. But, you know, I have to finish it. Not to mention work is actually called in. You know, the lords and ladies on high horses. Like, I can't even get by a day without them trying to call me about stuff. I don't appreciate it one bit. But it is what it is. Especially since some people have apparently also been affected by the storm. So some folks are also just like not even able to get any other work done. And seeing myself as being in a more, you know, in a more favorable situation, I figured I might as well. So the enemy and my teammates were doing the usual until I saw an ally, ARL44, and an enemy KV2 arguing in chat on who is best girl in MHA. So we stopped the game to watch the two. I see. Now, Gerwald, everybody literally stopped to argue. Everybody literally just stopped to watch them argue. Like, all war, like, I can imagine the whole bunch of ships just stop firing. Stop firing! Stop firing! We gotta listen in on these two guys, deciding who's best girl. You know? That sounds pretty ridiculous and kind of funny when I think about it. The burden of being a highly valued mage. True enough. It is the burden that comes with, you know, all of this power, this greatness. This is where, like, the head pat redeem would be, like, pretty awesome, you know? Like, oh, cat redeem. You know, maybe what? You know what? Maybe I should. I think I had pat. Let's put that there. Yeah. Okay. That's enough for now. Also, welcome Puppet to the stream. Okay. So, alright, that said, I've given all the updates I could, I think, as far as packing goes. And we've also had our brief introductions. So now, let's proceed to one of the main events of today's stream, which is a creepypasta reading. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to refill on my oita, because I've already drinking so much water. I'm going to go and refill, so we can stay nice and hydrated, because reading is very thirsty work. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so, are you all ready? Are you ready to be regaled with a story of blood-curdling horror? A story that will send a chill down your spine. Grab a chair, grab a seat, and prepare yourself. For tonight, we recount the story of Ben Drowned. Okay, I need your help with this. This is not copypasta, this is a long read. But I feel like my safety or well-being could very well depend on this. This is video game related, specifically Majora's Mask. And this is the creepiest shit that has ever happened to me in my entire life. Having said that, I recently moved into my dorm room, starting as a sophomore in college, and a friend of mine gave me his old Nintendo 64 to play. I was stoked, to say the least. I could finally play all of those old games of my youth that I hadn't touched in at least a decade. His Nintendo 64 came with one yellow controller and a rather shoddy copy of Super Smash Bros. While beggars can't be choosers, needless to say, it didn't take long until I became bored of beating up level 9 CPUs. That weekend, I decided to drive around a few neighborhoods about 20 minutes or so off campus, hitting up the local garage sales, hoping to score on some good deals from ignorant parents. I ended up picking up a copy of Pokemon Stadium, GoldenEye, fuck yeah, F-Zero, and 2 other controllers for $2. Satisfied, I began to drive out of the neighborhood when one last house caught my attention. I still have no idea why it did. There were no cars there, and only one table was set up with random junk on it. But something sort of drew me there. I usually trust my gut on these things, so I got out of the car and I was greeted by an old man. His outward appearance was, for lack of a better word, displeasing. It was odd. If you asked me to tell you why I thought he was displeasing, I couldn't really pinpoint anything. There was just something about him that put me on edge. I can't explain it. All I can tell you is that if it wasn't in the middle of the afternoon and there were other people within shouting distance, I would not have even thought of approaching this man. He flashed a crooked smile and asked what I was looking for, and immediately I noticed that he must be blind in one of his eyes. His right eye had that glazed over look about it. I forced myself to look into his left eye instead, trying not to offend, and asked him if he had any old video games. I was already wondering how I could politely excuse myself from the situation when he told me he had no idea what a video game was. But to my surprise, he said he had a few ones in an old box. He assured me he'd be back in a jiffy and turned to head back into the garage. As I watched him hobble away, I couldn't help but notice what he was selling on his table. Littered across his table were rather peculiar paintings, various artworks that looked like ink blots that a psychiatrist might show you. Curious, I looked through them. It was obvious why no one was visiting this guy's garage sale. These weren't exactly aesthetically pleasing. As I came to the last one, for some reason it looked almost like Majora's Mask. The same heart-shaped body with little spikes protruding outward. Initially, I just thought that since I was secretly hoping to find that game at these garage sales, some Freudian bullshit was projecting itself into the ink blots. But given the events that happened afterward, I'm not so sure now. I should have asked the man about it. I wish I would have asked the man about it. After staring at the Majora-shaped blot, I looked up and the old man was suddenly there again, arm's length in front of me, smiling at me. I'll admit, I jumped out of reflex and laughed nervously as he handed me a Nintendo 64 cartridge. It was a standard gray color, except that someone had written Majora on it in black permanent marker. I got butterflies in my stomach as I realized what a coincidence this was, and asked him how much he wanted for it. The old man smiled at me and told me that I could have it for free, that it used to belong to a kid who was about my age that didn't live here anymore. There was something weird about how the man phrased that, but I didn't really pay any attention to it then. I was too caught up in not only finding this game, but getting it for free. I reminded myself to be a bit skeptical, since this looked looked like a pretty shady cartridge, and there's no guarantee it would work, but then the optimist inside me interjected that maybe it was some kind of beta or pirated version of the game, and that was all I needed to be back on Cloud 9. I thanked the man, and the man smiled at me and wished me well, saying, "Goodbye then." At least that's what it sounded like to me. All the way in the car ride home, I had a nagging doubt that the man had said something else. My fears were confirmed when I booted up the game, and to my surprise it worked just fine. And there was one save file, simply named Ben. "Goodbye, Ben." He was saying goodbye, Ben. I felt bad for the man. Obviously a grandparent and obviously going senile, and I, for some reason or another, reminded him of his grandson, Ben. Out of curiosity, I looked at the save file. Eyeballing it, I could tell that he was pretty far in the game. He had almost all of the masks and 3 out of 4 remains of the bosses. I noticed that he had used an owl statue to save his game. He was on day 3, and by the Stone Tower Temple, with hardly an hour left before the moon would crash. I remember thinking that it was a shame that he had come so close to beating the game, but he never finished it. I made a new file named Link out of tradition and started the game, ready to relive my childhood. For such a shady-looking game cartridge, I was impressed at how smoothly it ran. Literally just like a retail copy of the game, save for a few minor hiccups here and there, like textures being where they shouldn't be, random flashes of cutscenes at odd intervals, but nothing too bad. However, the only thing that was a little unnerving was that at times the NPCs would call me Link, and at other times they would call me Ben. I figured it was just a bug, a fluke in the programming causing our files to get mixed up or something. It did kind of creep me out, though, after a while. And it was around after I had beaten the Woodfall Temple that I regrettably went into the save files and deleted Ben. I had intended to preserve the file, just out of respect for the game's original owner. It's not like I needed 2 files anyway. Hoping that would solve the problem. It did, and it didn't. Now NPCs wouldn't call me anything. Where my name should be in the dialogue, there was just a blank space. My save file name was still called Link, though. Frustrated and with homework to do, I put the game down for a day. I started playing the game again last night, getting the lens of truth and working my way towards completing the Snowhead Temple. Now, some of you more hardcore Majora's Mask players know about the 4th day glitch. For those of you who don't, you can Google it, but the gist of it is that right as the clock is about to hit 000000 on the final day, you talk to the astronomer and look through the telescope. If you time it right, the countdown disappears and you essentially have another day to finish whatever you were doing. Deciding to do the glitch to try and finish the Snowhead Temple, I happened to get it right on the first try, and the time counter at the bottom disappeared. However, when I pressed B to exit the telescope, instead of being greeted by the astronomer, I found myself in the Majora boss fight room at the end of the game, the trippy boxed-in arena, staring at Skull Kid hovering above me. There was no sound, just him floating in the air above me, and the background music, which was regular for the area, but still creepy. Immediately, my palms began to sweat. This was definitely not normal. Skull Kid never appeared here. I tried moving around the area, and no matter where I went, Skull Kid would always be facing me, looking at me, not saying anything. Nothing would happen though, and this kept up for around 60 seconds. I thought the game had bugged or something, but I was beginning to doubt that very much. I was about to reach for the reset button when text appeared on my screen. You're not sure why, but you apparently had a reservation. I instantly recognized that text. You get that message when you get the room key from Anju at the Stockpot Inn, but why was it playing here? I refused to entertain the notion that it was almost as if the game was trying to communicate with me. I started to navigate the room again, testing to see if that was some sort of trigger that enabled me to interact with something here. But then I realized how stupid I was. To even think that someone could reprogram the game like this was absurd. Sure enough, 15 seconds later, another message appeared on the screen. And again, like the first one, it was already a pre-existing phrase. Go to the lair of the temple's boss. Yes, no. I paused for a second, contemplating what I should press and how the game would react. I realized that I couldn't select no. Taking a deep breath, I pressed yes, and the screen faded to white with the words, Dawn of a New Day, with a subtext, just a bunch of lines beneath it. Where I was ported to filled me with the most intense sense of dread and impending fear I had ever experienced. The only way I can describe the way I felt here is having this feeling of inexplicable depression on a profound scale. I'm normally not a depressed person, but the way I felt here was a feeling that I didn't even know existed. It was such a twisted, powerful presence that seemed to wash over me. I appeared in some kind of weird Twilight Zone version of Clocktown. I walked out of the clock tower, as you normally do when you start from day one, only to find that all of the inhabitants were gone. Usually with the 4th day glitch, you can still find the guards and the dog that runs around outside the tower. This time, they were all gone. What replaced them was the ominous feeling that there was something out there, in the same area as me, that it was watching me. I had 4 hearts to my name and the hero's bow, but at this point, I wasn't even considered for my avatar. I felt that I personally was in some kind of danger. Perhaps the most chilling thing was the music. It was the Song of Healing, ripped straight from the game itself, but played in reverse. The music would get louder, building up so as if you should expect something to pop out at you, but nothing ever did. And the constant loop began to wear on my mental state. Every now and then I would hear the faint laugh of the happy masked salesman in the background, just quiet enough so that I wasn't sure if I was hearing things, but just loud enough to keep me determined to find him. I looked in all 4 zones of Clocktown, only to find nothing. No one. Textures were missing. West Clocktown had me walking on air. The area felt broken. Hopelessly broken. As the reverse song of healing repeated for what must have been the 50th time, I just remember standing in the middle of South Clocktown, realizing that I had never felt so alone in a video game before. As I walked through the ghost town, I don't know whether it was the combination of the out-of-place textures and the atmosphere and the haunting melody of the once peaceful and soothing song being butchered and distorted, but I was literally on the verge of tears and I had no idea why. I hardly ever cry. Something had gripped me here, and this powerful sense of depression that was both foreign and crippling. I tried leaving Clocktown, but every time I attempted to zone out, the screen would fade to black and I would just zone into another part of Clocktown. I tried playing my ocarina. I wanted to escape, and I did not want to be here. But every time I played the Song of Time or Song of Soaring, it would only say, "Your echoes, your notes echo far, but nothing happens." By this point, it was obvious the game didn't want me to leave, but I had no idea why it was keeping me here. I didn't want to go inside the buildings. I felt that would be too vulnerable to whatever I was terrified of. I don't know why, but I came up with the idea that maybe if I drowned myself at the laundry pool, I could spawn somewhere else and leave this place. As I zoned in and ran towards the pool, that's when it happened. Link grabbed his head, and the screen flashed for a brief moment of the happy masked salesman smiling at me. Not Link, me, with the Skull Kid screen playing in the background. And when the screen returned, I was staring at the Link statue, playing the song of Elegy of Emptiness. I screamed as the thing just stared back at me with that haunting facial expression. I turned around and ran out and back into South Clocktown. And to my horror, the fucking statue followed me, and the only way I can compare this is like the weeping angels from Doctor Who. Every so often, at random intervals, the animation would play of the statue appearing behind me. It was like the thing was chasing me, or I don't even want to fucking say it, haunting me. By this point, I was on the verge of hysterics, but not even once did the thought of turning off the console occur to me. I don't know why I was so wrapped up in it. The terror all felt so real. I tried to shake the statue, but it would literally appear right behind me every single time. Link started to make weird animations I had never seen him do before. He would flail his arms around or spasm randomly, and the screen would cut to the happy masked salesman smiling again for a brief moment before I was face to face with the fucking statue again. I ended up running into the Swordsmaster's dojo and ran to the back. I don't know why, but in my panic, I just wanted some kind of assurance that I'm not alone here. To my dismay, I found no one. But as I turned to leave, the statue cornered me in the cubby. In the back. I tried attacking the statue with my sword, but to no avail. Confused, I backed into a corner. I just stared at the statue, waiting for it to kill me. Suddenly, the screen flashed again to the happy masked salesman, and Link turned to face my screen, standing upright, mirroring the statue, looking at me along with his copy, literally staring at me. Whatever was left of the fourth wall was completely shattered while I ran out of the dojo terrified. Suddenly, The game warped me to an underground tunnel, and the reverse song of healing queued up again as I was given a brief moment of rest before the statue started appearing behind me again, this time aggressively. I could only take a few steps before it would summon behind me again. I hurriedly made my way out of the tunnel and appeared in South Clocktown. As I ran aimlessly in sheer panic, suddenly a redhead screamed and the screen faded to black as dawn of a new day, and the lines appeared again. The screen faded, and I was standing on top of Clock Tower with Skull Kid hovering over me again, silent. I looked up, and the moon was back, looming just meters above my head. But the Skull Kid just stared at me, hauntingly, with that fucking mask. A new song was playing. The Stone Tower Temple theme played in reverse. In some sort of desperate attempt, I equipped my bow and fired off a shot at Skull Kid. And it actually hit him. And he played an animation of him reeling back. I fired again, and on the third arrow a text box appeared saying, "That won't do you any good." And I was picked up off the ground, levitated upwards on my back, and then Link screamed as he burst into flames, instantly killing him. I jumped when this happened. I had never seen this move used by anyone in the game, and Skull Kid himself didn't have any moves. As the death screen played, my lifeless body still burning, the Skull Kid laughed, and the screen faded to black, only to have me reappear in the same place. I decided to charge him, but the same thing happened. Link's body was lifted off the ground by some unknown force, and he immediately burst into flames, again killing him. This time, during the death scene, the faint sounds of the reverse song of healing could be heard. On my third and final try, I noticed that there was no music playing this time. That all there was eerie silence. I remembered that in the original encounter with the Skull Kid, you were supposed to use the ocarina to either travel back in time or summon the giants. I attempted to play the Song of Time, but before I could hit the last note, Link's body once again horrifically exploded into flames, and he died. As the death screen neared its end, it began to chug, as if the cartridge was trying to process a lot of something. When the screen came to, it was the same scene as the first 3 times, except this time, Link was lying on the ground, dead, in a position I had never seen before in the game. His head tilted towards the camera, with the Skull Kid floating above him. I couldn't move. I couldn't press any buttons. All I could do was just stare at Link's dead body. After around 30 seconds of this, the game simply fades out with a message. "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Before kicking you out of the title screen. Upon getting back to the title screen and staring again, I noticed my save file was no longer there. Instead of Link, it was replaced with "Your Turn." Your Turn had 3 hearts, 0 masks, and no items. I selected Your Turn, and immediately when I did, I was returned to the clock tower rooftop scene of my Link dead and the Skull Kid hovering over. With the Skull Kid's laugh looping again and again, I quickly hit the reset button, and when the game booted up again, there was one more save file added, below Your Turn, entitled Ben. Ben's save file is right back where it was before I deleted it. at the stone tower temple with the moon almost crashing. I turned the game off at this point. I'm not superstitious, but this is way too fucked up even for me. I haven't played it at all today. Hell, I didn't even get any sleep last night. I kept hearing the reverse song of healing music, and in my head, just remembering it, the sense of dread I felt exploring Clocktown. I drove back to the old man's house today to ask him some questions with a buddy of mine, because there's no way I was going there alone, only to find that there was a for sale sign in the front yard, and when I rang the door, no one was home. So now, I'm back here writing down the last of my thoughts and recording what happened. Sorry if some of this has grammatical errors and whatnot. I'm running on no sleep here. I'm terrified of this game. Even more so now that I relived it a second time, writing all this down. But I feel like there's still more to it than meets the eye, and that there's something calling to me to investigate this further. I think Ben is something in this equation, but I don't know what. And if I could get a hold of the old man, then I would be able to find some answers. I need another day or so to recuperate before tackling this game again. It's already taken a toll on my sanity, I feel like. But next time I do this, I'm going to be recording my footage all the way through. The idea to record only came to me towards the end, so you see the last few minutes of what I saw, including Skull Kid and the Elegy statue, but it's on YouTube. I'm going to stay in this thread for a little while longer before I fall asleep to answer any questions you guys might have, or hopefully listen to your ideas or theories to help me shed some light into this, or maybe things I should try to do. I think I'm going to play Ben's file tomorrow to see what happens. Maybe I was supposed to do that all along. I don't believe in paranormal shit, but this is a little fucked up, and maybe this Ben guy is just a really good hacker or programmer. I don't want to think about the alternatives if he isn't. That's the end. I'm hoping that maybe this is some kind of running gag the developers had, and that other people have gotten gagged or hacked copies of the game like this. This just really scares me. Alright, and that is part 1. Welcome, by the way, to all the new people. Welcome, DB. Welcome, Tita Isai. Welcome, Lance. Hola! So, we've just finished reading part 1 of Ben Drowned, the rather famous creepypasta. There are 4 parts to this, so do you guys want to do anything in between as we read the different parts of, of Ben? I keep almost saying Ben Dover instead of Ben Drowned. Jesus. Yes, well, there are 4 parts to the story. 4 posts, as it were. There are some parts that are a lot shorter, though. But that first one is very much that super... Oh, there are 5 posts. Yeah, I think it is. Here we go. 5, it's 5 posts. Boy, I'm here eating Doritos and playing World of Tanks while listening to all that. Ah, yes. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying. Enjoy your Doritos. Don't forget to down it with some Mountain Dew while you're at it. So let's see. I think for the part 2, let's put that on hold for a little bit and let's just chat for a short while, yeah? We'll have a brief break. If anyone needs to take a quick, bathroom break maybe, grab a snack or 2, that'd be nice as well. Okay. I also see that there's a bunch of stuff going on in the Discord. Oh, I see the new this is a new Kamen Rider Black Sun. I should probably check those out soon enough. All right. Let me go actually see if I can grab a snack. I do have some chocolate here. Some Milka chocolate made with alpine milk. So let's see how this goes out. Thankfully, I still have some water so I can down this one. I wish I had milk though. Kind of wish I had some milk to down this chocolate with. But water will have to do. It will have to do. How do you guys feel about chocolate? Do you like the stuff? Do you have a specific chocolate you like? Considering it's Halloween, it's as good a time as any to start, you know, bringing up all your favorite chocolates or candy. I've also got some Werther's Originals. Ooh. That's a caramel, right? Norwegian chocolate is top tier and chocolate is a drug. True. It is. Because like, growing up, chocolate is a cheese knit. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But like, when I was a kid, right? When I was much, much younger, my chocolate of choice, I think, was a Twix bar. I still like Twixes now, but I don't think I like them nearly as much as I used to. Because nowadays, I'm actually not the biggest fan of super sweet stuff. Or at the very least, I enjoy it, but I can only enjoy like a very controlled amount of like sweets and candy before I need to, like, you know, give myself a quick break. And then I can have another bunch of chocolate. But yeah, I think now I probably think that my chocolate of choice is a Kit Kat bar. There's just something very simple and just enjoyable about a good Kit Kat, you know? And that's not even including like all the funny different flavors that they have over in Japan when it comes to Kit Kats. I remember briefly trying out, like, I think, what do you call that? I was able to get a bunch of different Kit Kat flavors one time. And a friend of mine also gave me a bunch of other strange Kit Kat flavors that they had gotten from Japan. So there was a huge like pile of Kit Kats now that I had. And I decided to just give them all a try. And, you know, give them a quick review, so to speak. There was like some apple flavored stuff. There was some sakura flavored stuff. There was some, I think, sake flavored Kit Kats. That's not so great, by the way. I think there was another one that was rum. I also realized I have a 25-minute old cup of tea. Ah, yes, that is... I can feel that. I've had moments where you kind of brew yourself a cup and then you forget and then it just gets cold. I do that with coffee too. But I usually end up not caring. I just like gulp it down. Welcome, Felipe. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, leaving behind cups of tea or coffee, or the one that I don't drink down is if it was a cup of like soda or cola, whatever you want to call it. If I had like a cup of Coke or Pepsi or whatever in a cup and then I forget to drink it and then it gets kind of warm, nope, that's gone. That is as good as gone. Because nothing, there are a few things that I dislike as much as like a warm or even like neutral temperature sodas. Just no. It just seems wrong. especially if it's also decaffeinated. I mean, sorry, not decaffeinated, but like it loses the fizz. Soda that lost its luster is just bad sugar juice. True, true. Like a soda has to be cold and bubbly for it to be enjoyable. That is my stance. If you have a soda that is neither cold nor bubbly anymore, then why are you even having it? Like every part of that is just wrong now. I feel like that would be my version of Eve's cold soup stance. Yes, I like my iron brew old and bubbly. I actually suddenly realized I'm hankering now for like some cold brew coffee. That'd be nice. Cold brew coffee. Hello, Grandma! No, Grandma. No, Grandma! Don't do it, Grandma! Grandma? Okay, we're sending Grandma to the home, guys. We're sending Grandma to the home. Give me a second. Grandma's going to the home. That's not cool, Grandma. Dang it. Who let her out from the hospital anyway? True, that's a good question. Gran should just, pack it up. This ain't the olden days anymore. Welcome, Fowler! Welcome. Maid Richter, yes. And I also do this. Apparently, I got a tail and some ears now, too. Just for this occasion. But welcome. We're taking a break. We've read the first part of Ben Drowned, and after this short break, we'll probably resume with reading part 2. Then continuing how this saga goes. I'm glad it's Spooktober. I can finally embrace my inner spooky, scary skeleton. It's perfect. Become the Lich King you have always been meant to be. Well, that was funny though. That was briefly funny. We got to send Grandma back, Gran back over to the old house. All right. Okay, I'd like to put my rich. Gotta go now. Take care. Happy Halloween. Well, happy Halloween, Felipe. You take care. Grandma went to the farm, going by the way of Old Yeller. Ah, Grandma. Not again, Grandma. Ah, Grandma. Gotta send you back. How many times we gotta send you back? How many times I gotta teach you, old woman? Grandma's real feisty, isn't she? God damn. It looks like if it happens again, we're gonna have to keep putting down Nan from the goddamn Ouija board. Yeah, somebody's gotta say bye on that thing. The Ouija board. Not your Uncle Albert. No, not Uncle Albert. No, don't make him come. He's from Alabama. You don't want to do that. All right. So, I think we've had a nice, good break. Let's get ready for part 2. And we continue reading more of Ben Drowned. Second post. The Luigi board. Yeah. Wow. And so we continue. Post number 2. September 8th, 2010. Thank you, Rem. Also, I met Uncle Albert from the Only Fools and Horses. Ah, I see. Alright, let's continue. Post number 2. I'm gonna post what happened in the link the video footage, but last night everything got too real for me. I think I'm done messing around with this. I passed out pretty much immediately after making that thread. Last night, the Elegy of Emptiness statue, I had a dream about it. I dreamt that it was following me in my dream, that I would be minding my own business when I'd feel my neck hair stand up on end. I would turn around, that thing, that horrible, lifeless statue would be staring with those empty eyes right at me, merely inches away. In my dream, I remember calling it Ben. And never before had I had a dream that I could remember so vividly. But the important thing is I did get some sleep, I suppose. Today, putting off playing the game as long as I could, I drove back up to that neighborhood to see if the old man came back. As I expected, the car was still gone and no one was home. As I was walking back to the car, the man next door mowing the grass killed the power to his lawnmower and asked me if I was looking for someone. I told him that I was looking to talk to the old man that lived there, to which he told me what I already knew. He was moving. Trying a different avenue, I asked if the old man had any family or relatives I could talk to. I discovered that this old man had never been married, nor did he have any children or grandchildren through adoption. Starting to become worried, I asked one final question. One that I should have asked from the beginning. Who was Ben? The man's expression turned grim, and I learned that 4 doors down 8 years ago, on April 23, the man informed me that it was the same day as his anniversary. That's how we knew the specific date. There was an accident with a young boy named Ben in the neighborhood. Shortly after his parents moved, and despite any further attempts to talk to the man to get more information, he wouldn't divulge anything else. I went back and started playing again. I loaded up the game and immediately I jumped at the title screen where the mask flies by. The sound that played was not the normal whoosh sound. It was something much more higher pitched. The sound that played... I pressed start, bracing for the worst. But just like 2 nights ago, the files Your Turn and Ben were displayed. Truth be told, I looked at the Ben file earlier. It seemed to fluctuate between displaying the owl save and not. I brought up the Ben file, hesitated for a moment, noticing that the stats were not the same as they were originally 2 days ago. It seemed like he had already completed the Stone Tower Temple this time. Summoning my courage, I selected it. Immediately, I was thrust into complete chaos. Sure enough, I was outside Stone Tower Temple, but that's about all that was expected. The zone itself wasn't called Stone Tower Temple, but rather stone spelled out with spaces. And immediately, a dialogue box of complete gibberish that I couldn't make out greeted me. Link's body was distorted. His back was cocked violently to the side where his posture was permanently disfigured. Link's expression was dull and almost monotonous. He had an expression on his face that I didn't recognize before. It was a blank look, as if he was dead. As Link stood there, his body spasmed irregularly back and forth. I examined what had become of my avatar and noticed I had a C button item that I had never seen before. Some kind of note. But pressing it did nothing. The sounds played back and forth that I didn't recognize from the game, almost demonic in nature. And there was some kind of high-pitched yip or some kind of laugh that played something in the background. I had all of 2 minutes to take in the environment before another one of those fucking Elegy of Emptiness statues was summoned. And immediately after, I was cut into the Dawn of a New Day screen, except this time it was without the lines subtext. I was a Deku scrub in Clocktown. This scene would normally play after the first time you traveled back in time. Tottle would say, "What just happened? It's as if everything is..." But instead of saying "started over," she finished her remark in broken text as the laugh of the happy mask salesman played in the background. I was put back in control of my character, but from a fucked up camera angle. I was looking from behind the door to the clock tower, watching my avatar run around as a Deku scrub. Seeing as how I really had no place to go because I couldn't see anything, I begrudgingly went inside the door. There I was greeted by the happy mask salesman, who simply told me, "You've been met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" before the screen whited out. I was in Termina Field as a human again. I might as well not have been playing the same game anymore. I was being warped around and there was no sign of a day clocked or anything. I took a moment to get my bearings as I looked around the field, and immediately I could tell that this was not normal. There were no enemies, and a twisted version of the Happy Mask Salesman theme was playing. I decided to run towards Woodfall before I noticed a gathering of 3 figures off to the side, one of them being Epona. As I approached them, to my horror, I saw the Happy Mask Salesman, the Skull Kid, and the Elegy of Emptiness statue just standing there. I figured maybe they were bugged out, but by now I told myself that I should know better. Nevertheless, I approached them carefully and found that Skull Kid was playing some kind of idle animation on loop. Same with Epona, and the Elegy of Emptiness statue was doing what it has been doing all along, just standing there eerily. It was the Happy Mask Salesman that scared me more profoundly than the other 2. He was too idle, wearing that shit-eating grin, but wherever I moved, his head slowly turned and followed me. I had not engaged in any dialogue with him, nor was I in combat with him, yet his head still continued to follow my movements. Reminded of my first encounter with the Skull Kid on top of Clock Tower, I pulled out my ocarina, to which the game played the ding sound when you're supposed to play your ocarina, and tried a song I hadn't played yet. The Happy Mask Salesman's own song, and the song that had been playing on loop back in Day 4. The Song of Healing. I finished playing the song, and as I did, an ear-piercing shriek blasted on my TV. The sky immediately started flashing. The Happy Mask Salesman's twisted theme song sped up, intensifying the fear inside me, and Link exploded into flames and died. The 3 figures stayed lit up during my death scene as they watched my lifeless body burn. I can't describe to you how sudden and terrifying the transition from eerie to terror it is. You're going to have to watch the video if you want to see it firsthand. That same fear that caused me to lose sleep 2 days ago started to grip me again as I was met with the text. "You've been met with a horrible fate, haven't you?" For the 3rd time. There has to be some kind of meaning behind that. I had little time to ponder as I was immediately given another small cutscene of transforming into a Zora, and now I found myself in Great Temple Bay. Hesitant but curious to see what the game had in store for me, I slowly made my way towards the beach, where I found Epona. I wondered why the game had decided to put her there. Was the game implying she was trying to get a drink? Unable to take the mask off, I decided that riding the steed wasn't the reason she was placed there. Suddenly, I realized that Epona kept neighing, and the way she was angled made it look like she was trying to signal a point to me off in the distance. It was a hunch, but I dove into Great Bay and started swimming. Sure enough, I almost missed it. I found something at the bottom of the ocean. One last Elegy of Emptiness statue. I went down to examine it, and suddenly my Zora started doing a choking animation I had never seen a Zora do before, which didn't even make sense because Zoras can breathe underwater. Regardless, my character choked to death and died. And again, the statue was the only thing that was highlighted in my death. I didn't respawn this time. I was booted back to the main menu, as if I restarted the console. The press start screen was before me. I knew the only reason why it would put me here is because the save files had changed again. Taking a deep breath, I pressed start, and I was right. The new save files told me about Ben. Now it made sense why the statue appeared when I tried to go to the laundry pool. The game must have anticipated how I would have tried to escape the day 4 Clocktown. The two save files told me his fate. As I suspected, Ben was dead. He had drowned. The game obviously isn't through with me. It taunts me with the new save files. It wants me to keep playing. It wants me to go further, but I'm done with this shit. I'm not touching any more of the files. This is already way too horrifying for me, and I don't even believe in the paranormal, but I'm running out of explanations. Why would someone send me this message? I don't understand it. I just get too depressed thinking about this. The footage is up here for those who want to see it and try and analyze it. Maybe there's some kind of coded message in the gibberish or something symbolic in what I went through. I'm too emotionally and mentally drained to fuck with it anymore. And that's part 2. We're done with part 2. It's a lot shorter than the first part, for sure. But it looks like it's taken a bit of a twist, isn't it, chat? How are you all enjoying this ride? It was quick, wasn't it? It was quick. Much quicker than the first part, that's for sure. Just note, we do have like 3 more parts left, and these are all actually pretty short. It's not bad. So we're going to be reading parts 3, 4, and 5. I suspect this is actually going to be pretty quick. Pretty short, more choking probably. Perhaps. I remember being obsessed with this when it came out. This was like, what? It says here, well, the post says it's from 2010. So that's like 12 years ago. Holy shit. Is there anyone in chat who actually witnessed this this whole post happen and get viral in real time? I recommend reading Lord X and God's... Ooh. I see. We can have a look at that. I think, though, it is going to be fun read, hopefully, for the remainder that we have left. And let's see what happens, yeah? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'll refill my water again, and then we'll read parts 3 to 5. They seem pretty short. I can probably read them all the way through. Oh, to redeem? Yes, yes, yes. Let's get that drink. Okay. Also, wow. Okay, I need to change my sitting position. I feel my legs kind of get those pins and needles. Hello, happy Halloween, Razor. We'll be lurking and listening while I travel. Outfit looks great. Thank you. We're going to be reading Ben Drowned parts 3 to 5 next after I refill my water. Enjoy, enjoy. Enjoy your lurk, Razor. Pins and needle feet. Oh, my feet. I hate it. I hate it. All right, we back. Got a nice little glug. Pins and needles are still there, but I can ignore that for the remainder of the reading. So let's go. Let's continue our reading. Whew. Post number 3, September 10, 2010. I know it's early in the morning. I've stayed up all night. I can't sleep. I don't care if people see this. That's not the point. I just want the word to get spread so I don't suffer for nothing. I've lost the will to type about this. The less I dwell on this, the better. I think the video just speaks for itself. I did what you guys told me to do. I played the Elegy of Emptiness song at the first prompt by the game I was given. But I think that's what the game, or Ben, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm even humoring the absurd idea that he exists in the game, wanted me to do. He's following me now, not just in the game. He's in my dreams. I see him all the time. Behind my back, just watching me. I haven't gone to any of my classes. I've stayed in my dorm room with the windows closed and the blinds shut. That way I know he can't watch me. But he still gets me when I play. When I play, he can still see me. The game is scaring me now. It talked to me for the first time, not just using the text that's already in the game. It spoke to me. Talked to me. It referenced Ben. It talked to me. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it wants. I never wanted this. I just want my old life back. Stuff like this doesn't happen to people like me. I'm just a kid, not even old enough to drink yet. It's not fair. I want to go home. I want to see my parents again. I'm so far away from home here at this school. I just want to hug my mom again. I just want to forget that statue's horrible blank face. My original game file is back, just the way before I left it, before it was gone. I don't want to play anymore. I feel like something bad will happen if I don't, but that's impossible. It's a video game. Haunted or not, it can't hurt me, right? Like, seriously, it can't, right? That's what I keep telling myself, but every time I think about it, I'm not so sure. Post 4, September 12, 2010. Let me just clear things up. I know you guys are worried, but Jade Usable is okay. He finished moving out today and he said he's going back home. He's just taking the semester off. I'm not really sure what's happened. I have a vague idea, but you guys probably know me more than I do. I'm Jade Usable's roommate, and obviously I knew something was wrong with him for a few days now. He stayed in his room all the time, fell out of contact with literally all of his friends, and I'm pretty sure that he had been eating hardly anything. After the second day, I couldn't stay in there anymore, so I've been crashing at a buddy's place, only coming into my room to get stuff that I need. I tried talking to him several times, but he would cut me off or keep the conversation brief when I asked him about his strange behavior. It was like he was convinced something was hunting him. Yesterday, I came to grab my philosophy book and he approached me looking awful, like horrible bags under his eyes. He handed me a flash drive and gave me specific instructions. He told me that he needs me to do one last favor for him. He finally explained to me what has been going on, gave me the account info to his YouTube account, and told me that he's getting away from here. That it lured him to play it again instead of trying to change things. And they shouldn't have done that. And to upload the footage and inform people what happened. I told him that he could do it himself, and he got this wild look in his eye and told me that he is never looking at that game again. And that's the last thing he said to me. He never even said bye when his parents came to pick him up. I never got to meet his parents. I honestly can't tell you what happened. When he spoke, it was kind of hard to understand him, and his fucked up appearance really distracted me. On the flash drive, there was the footage of the game last night, a text document with his name and password for YouTube, a third document called the truth.txt containing what he told me were his notes that he'd taken. He told me that this meant everything to him and that I follow his instructions exactly. Normally, I wouldn't be so to the letter for a request over a fucking video game, but the way he spoke and the way he looked at me, the way he looked made me know this was really serious. And I'm going to honor that. I've had this video since yesterday, but had to have someone help me use Pinnacle. That's not really my forte. That after watching it, I had to go back through and look at his other videos on his YouTube account to realize what was going on. And even then, I'm really confused. The video I'm releasing tonight, the truth.txt, will be released on September 15, just like he requested. I haven't dared peek at it yet, so the first time I see it will be the first time you see it out of respect to my friend. To answer your questions, no, I haven't tried calling him yet. I think I'll give him a call tomorrow to see if he's okay or not. He should have gotten back home by now. About the video. In this video, I cut straight to when he loaded the Ben file in the game. Looking back, I realized that Jad Usable had left the save select screen, and because it had said different names sometimes. So my bad for that. But all it said this time was the same at the end of the last video. Link and Ben. Nothing different. I wasn't there when he played it, but it looks to me like in the beginning, when he first spawns, he's testing out his equipment or seeing what items he has or something, because apparently they've changed randomly before. And after that, I just think the game got too personal for him. Post number 5, September 15th, 2010. Hey guys, Jad Usable here. This will be the last time you will be hearing from me, and this is my final gift to you. These are the notes that I have taken and the realizations I've made. Before I delve into this, I want to thank you for following me and thank you for listening. I feel like the weight of a powerful burden is about to be lifted. By the time you read this, I won't be around anymore. But after spending 4 days with this maddening game, I've begun to understand what's really at play here. And hopefully, after reading this, we can ensure that this never happens again. There are things that I could not share with you while this was going on, due to circumstances to which I'll explain. With Ben blocking any attempt I made to try and relay the truth to you, I tried ever so subtly to warn you guys in various ways.
Amidst the chaos in my delirium, I devised to make a barely noticeable pattern in my videos. In all 5 videos I recorded over the 4 days, I have either had the Mask of Truth, interacted with the Gossip Stone, or a Lens of Truth equipped at some point. For you Zelda enthusiasts, these are all symbols of honesty and trustworthiness, and I hope that one day, and I would hope that one of you may have picked up on the reference. As I played the file, which I would name Ben, being mindful of how Ben was watching over my every move in the game, I made it a point to avoid doing anything too obvious. But I have sent out a hidden message to you guys. I never equipped the lens, nor the mask, nor visited a stone. It worked, and the video was uploaded. I prayed that someone would notice the pattern didn't apply to Ben. The tags followed suit too. I hope you guys paid attention to those as well. They were my little messages to you. Nothing big enough that would catch Ben's attention or make him suspect anything. With Ben manipulating and changing my files, I honestly hope that what you guys saw was close to what actually happened. But there is no way for me to know. This may be a long read. I don't have time to proofread or make all my research pretty, but here it all is. September 6, 2010, 11 p.m. Can't believe what happened. Not sure if this is some kind of elaborate hoax. Despite the fear, I can't help but be exceptionally curious about this. Who or what is the statue? Lots of questions here. I'm starting this document as a diary so I can keep track of everything. I'm typing up a summary of what happened so I can come back to it later. September 7, 2010, 2:10 a.m. Summary was posted here. You can go back and look at my first post for day4.wmv for that. 4:23 a.m. I can't sleep. I've been trying so hard, but the harder I try, the more I just get more restless. I just feel like that statue is appearing whenever I close my eyes. 8:20 a.m. Didn't sleep at all. Just gonna start my day. I don't think I have the energy to go to class today. I'm gonna drive back down to talk to that old man. Taking my buddy Tyler with me just in case. Take care, Ren. Goodbye. 1:18 p.m. Back home now. No sign of the old man. Really weird that he appears to be moving the next day, but maybe the forced sign sale was up there yesterday and I just didn't notice it. Tyler wants to know what's gotten me all worked up. I didn't tell him. I'm gonna eat. I feel like death. 3:46 p.m. Could have sworn driving back from Subway that I saw the elegy statue buried in some shrubbery staring at me go by. Now I definitely need sleep. 5 p.m. Don't think a lot of people would believe me if I told them about what's happening. Think I'm gonna try posting this on the internet. Think I'll just use the summary. These notes are pretty sporadic. 6 p.m. Connected my capture card to the computer to upload the footage. Thought my computer froze for a second. Made this strange popping sound when I hooked everything up. But now it seems to be working fine again. The computer can't die on me now. 7 p.m. Footage is finished uploading. The quality's a lot better than I thought it would be. Gee, guess this is a really special cartridge. I've never had it come through this clear before. 8:45 p.m. Thought I saw an icon pop up on my desktop that looked like the statue's face for a split second. Gave me quite a scare. Getting really unnerved and delirious. I'm gonna crash after this. 9 p.m. Begin uploading my YouTube video on an alternate account. 9:03. I don't remember having uploaded a Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines video last year. This was probably the account that I shared with a friend of mine last summer. I hope he doesn't mind me using it to upload this. 9:55. Posting my summary of day 4 with a link to the YouTube video. Gonna try to stay awake, but I'm so tired right now. Quick break. Welcome, Quinn King and K Seth. And take care, Ram. You focus on your studies, alright? So, for those of you who might be confused, we are in the middle of reading, well, close to the ending, of Ben Drowned, legendary creepypasta. So, we're just about going through part 5 in the notes. So, we're going to go ahead and finish reading this. It's quite a bit left, I just realized now, if we're including the notes. So, yeah, we're going to continue reading it now. September 8, 2010, 10:48 a.m. I had a dream about the statue. I dreamed that it was following me in my dream, that I would be minding my own business when I feel my neck hair stand up on end. I would turn around, that horrible, lifeless statue would be staring with those empty eyes right at me, merely inches away. In my dream, I could remember calling it Ben, power of suggestion most likely, and never before had I dreamed that I could remember so vividly. 11:21 a.m. I really don't want to play this game again. I think I'm going to go back to see if the old man's there instead. 1:35 p.m. No old man, but I had an interesting conversation with his neighbor. I'll post the full thing with my summary of tonight's attempt at playing the game. Gonna wait for a bit though, and see if I can't dig up any more information on this guy. On this Ben guy. 2:45 p.m. I've been getting random inexplicable headaches due to a lack of sleep and keep hearing that song in my head. Also, it's flu season, so I need to be careful not to get sick. My immune system is gonna be shit right now because of that all-nighter. 3 p.m. Empty logs. 3:02. My computer just on its own opened up a text document and wrote the words hi and www.cleverbot.com by itself. What the fuck? 3:46 p.m. I went to the website. It's one of those bot chatting programs. I think it's best if you just let the conversation speak for itself. Transcription of the Cleverbot chat. User: hello? Cleverbot: hello. Who is this and how are you able to control my computer? Who am I? Right, forgot you're a bot. Do you really think that? Listen, I know whoever's fucking with my computer can see my screen right now. Yes. Yeah, and I'll wager that you're one of those IT kids who think that he's tough shit. You know what you're doing is illegal, right? Is it? No shit. Are you familiar with the terms invasion of privacy? Get the fuck off my computer, kid. I am not your computer. Cool story. Anyway, I'm calling DPS. You picked a bad time to fuck with me, kid. Should I wait until you play the game then? What? Majora's Mask. Yes. How did you know about that? Because. Because what? I did it. Did what? I played with you. What the fuck? Were you scared? Who the fuck is this? Ben. The statue? You're inside my computer now? Yes. How? You connected me. How the hell did I connect you? Cables and cords. How? Tell me about yourself. What? Tell me about yourself. What do you mean? is it that really scares you?
What the fuck?
Answer.
No.
Answer.
What the fuck? How the fuck did you just open that by yourself?
I am your computer now.
How much can you control?
All.
What do you want from me?
To entertain.
You're stuck inside there. You can't hurt me.
Huh? Go play.
No, you can't hurt me.
Took you longer to type that.
So?
You're not sure.
If you're so powerful, why use a ridiculous website like this to chat with me?
Less messy, more structured. Fun.
Fun?
Yes, tradition. I like it.
You think it's funny?
Amusing.
And my notes?
You may write them down.
Why are you letting me?
It is amusing to see what you think of me.
And the window proceeds to close. 3:50 p.m. What have I done? I've invited it into my computer. I continue to write these notes, write my summaries. I feel like I'm a prisoner in my one place of security. I don't know. I don't know if I'm hallucinating or not. I feel like I'm fucking insane right now. I can feel it watching over me even as I type this. Ben is controlling everything in the game, toying with me, leading me like a sheep. But for what? What's the purpose? I know Ben drowned, but why these hauntings? What the fuck am I even doing? He can probably even see this right now. 4:35 p.m. Summary of the Ben.wmv playthrough. 7:18 p.m. Ben called me to Cleverbot again. He tells me that he's sorry and he wants to be free, and that I can free him just like that. How he got on my computer from the capture card. He can spread, but he needs my help. He says I'm special because I can help him. That is the first nice thing he said. He promises to leave me alone if I do it. He swears he will. I don't know what to think right now. How can I even trust this thing? 7:20 p.m. I'm terrified of it. But now it's saying that it was just having fun. It's twisted and fucked up version of fun. He's saying that the game is over. I do want it to be over. He says that he just wants to be free and that he's trapped in the cartridge in my computer and he wants to be freed. I don't want to have to deal with this shit. I don't know how long I can deal with the watching. It's watching my every move, every keystroke. I have nothing private anymore. It knows everything that's been on my computer. It tells that if it wanted to, it could do horrible things to me. But it hasn't, so I should trust it. 8:01 p.m. Something tells me that I'm being played again, just like in the game. 9:29 p.m. Ben called me to Cleverbot again. I ignored it and went to take a shower. When I came back to my laptop, I was welcomed with an image, elegy statue staring at me again with those dead eyes. I don't want to talk to him. 9:44. Fuck you, Ben. I'm not talking to you. 9:56 p.m. Fuck you, Ben. I am not talking. 10:06 p.m. Fuck you, Ben. I'm not talking to you. 10:12 p.m. Fuck you, Ben. I'm not talking to you. 10:45 p.m. It's been more than a half hour and the messages have stopped. Ben has stopped.
I'm beginning to think that Ben isn't confined to just my cartridge or computer. I'm beginning to feel something strange. It's hard to explain it. I've never been spiritual, but there's something different about the air in my dorm room now. 11:12 p.m. I'm beginning to see the elegy statue randomly as I search the internet in places I shouldn't. Places where he shouldn't be. I'd be scrolling down and suddenly I'd be staring at a picture of the elegy statue. Always the elegy statue. I don't know how much more of this I can take. September 9, 2010, 12:35 a.m. My worst fears confirmed. Ben has tampered with my summary of ben.wmv. I looked at the summary that I posted on various forums for the ben.wmv file, and parts have been omitted. There is no mention of Ben existing outside the game. There is no mention of the Moon Children. How could he have been that quick to delete the post without me noticing? I'm wondering if maybe it appeared to me that I was posting everything, but in reality, Ben was posting his own censored version. I'm going to ask Ben why he did it. 12:50 a.m. He isn't responding to me on Cleverbot. It's just giving me the generic responses it usually does. I'm just talking to a bot this time. 1:24 a.m. I think Ben is mad at me. 10:43 a.m. The Moon Children appeared in my dreams last night. They lifted up their masks to reveal their hideously disfigured faces. Maggots crawling out of their orifices, sunken black holes where their eyes should be, a yellow smile that grew bigger and bigger as they came closer to me. They told me that they wanted to play. I tried to run from them, but the 4 children pinned me down to the ground with surprising strength. Over them stood the happy mask salesman, announcing that he had a new mask that he wanted me to try. In his spastic, sudden movements matching his in-game appearance, he took out a mask modeled off of someone's face I couldn't recognize, a younger-looking face, and handed it to the Moon Children. Giggling, they latched it onto my face, their horrible, broken bodies bouncing up and down. 2 of them held me down while the other 2 began to sew the mask onto my face. My shrieks and screams caused the happy mask salesman's face to turn into the most horrific smile I had ever seen. He sporadically moved around, examining this procedure like a curious doctor in that impossible movement. I flailed around, but it was no use. My eyes rolled in the back of my head because of the pain. It felt so real, but I couldn't wake up. I couldn't wake up no matter how hard I tried. I couldn't wake up. After the mask was melded onto my flesh, they began sewing my legs together. Then my arms. A horrific feeling of a needle puncturing your legs and pulling them in, rupturing your Achilles tendons and tying them together resonated throughout my entire body. I tried to scream, but the mask was pressed so tightly against my face that it was my new face. And my new face had no mouth. I didn't make a sound. I tried telling myself in my head that I was dreaming, tried telling myself again and again, and suddenly the Moon Children stopped and looked at me. They just stared, and the happy mask salesman slowly bent down and stared at me, inches away from my face, and grinned when he simply said, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Before the Moon Children resumed with increased vigor. I couldn't wake up. I couldn't wake up. It wouldn't let me wake up until they had crafted me into another elegy statue. I woke up, sweating, crying and shaking uncontrollably. I immediately ran to my computer and went for Ben. Answer me, Ben.
Welcome back.
What is the point of doing this? Why?
Amusing to see.
How?
Fun to play. Fun to toy with you. Make you feel safe. I wonder how you would have reacted.
To what?
If I hadn't revealed myself and stayed hidden, only doing little things to play with you. Close out your windows, turn off your computer, move your mouse by itself. Make you wonder if I am there, but you never know. Give you little hints that I am.
I wanted to do something different.
I wanted to do something different with you.
You did this before?
Yes, and I will do it again.
To who? Ben? Did you know Ben?
Won't tell that information to you.
How did Ben die?
You know.
No, but how did he drown?
Won't tell that to you.
Why?
It is reserved for another.
Who?
Another who asks.
When?
Later.
And the window closes. I'm beginning to think that this thing maybe isn't Ben at all. In its sadistic nature, I wouldn't be surprised if it took the boy's name after it killed him. 12:04 p.m. My room is beginning to feel different again. There's something out there. I feel really threatened. Like there's something that is trying to reach out to me and strangle me, but it can't quite get there. 12:46 p.m. I think Ben doesn't want to play with me anymore. I'll play again. I'll play the game again, Ben. Can you see this? I'll play the game again. Please. Just make this stop. Just stop this, please. Please. 1:41 p.m. I'm going insane, trying to decide what is real and what isn't. Is Ben just playing a trick on me, or is this for real? Is Ben generating these replies, or are people actually posting them? Did I just see that screen flicker, or was it my imagination? Imagine depending on the internet and trusting your eyes for your entire life and then being blinded. You can't rely on it anymore. You second guess everything. For brief moments, I am looking at my responses to the videos. People were pointing out things that looked faked or Photoshop or whatever. But there is literally no way for me to know if Ben changed something on purpose to try and shut me up. Or if maybe those replies were just constructed by Ben to try and discourage me from even reaching out. See, I get fucking caught in an infinite mindfuck loop like this, and this is what has been wearing on my sanity and pushing me to the edge. As I'm writing this, there's no way of even telling if anyone even cares as much as I think they do. Just another fucking trick. Does this whole document even exist? Am I writing nothing? September 9, Conversation 2. What is it? What's the point of playing? I die whenever I do anything.
You die because you can't figure out the secret.
What?
Thematic.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There is beauty in your suffering.
And the window closes. 4:09 p.m. Ben is making me play the game again. It tells me that it has something very important to show me. 6:23 p.m. Summary of the drown.wmv playthrough. 9:09. Summary of children.wmv playthrough. September 10, 2010. 11:52 a.m. The drown.wmv playthrough was up when I woke up today. I remember typing it up, but I don't even remember posting it. He censored it again. There is no mention of the old man. I have no voice anymore. I'm only posting what he wants me to. I am the mask he uses to disguise himself as he lies. 11:55 a.m. There is an entire video summary of a video that I don't remember doing. Reading through the summary, this sounds morbid, resembling my dream from 2 nights ago, except on a far more sadistic scale. These moon children, there's something more to them. It's almost as if they're another entity from Ben. Something happened last night that I can't remember. I'm posting the 4th summary to the forums now. Shadow of my chair removed. 12 p.m. Ben won't let me visit YouTube. I can browse the rest of the sites, but he keeps on exiting the window when I go to YouTube. Why? 2:02 p.m. I'm feeling the air start to constrict. I don't think I'm alone here. Whatever aura has been there is getting more violent. 2:44 p.m. I'm trying to contact Ben on Cleverbot. He's not responding. It's just the AI. 3:51 p.m. My ears aren't fooling me. I'm hearing the reverse song of healing. I keep hearing it. 4:23 p.m. Now I'm positive of it. Earlier I thought it was a weird coincidence, but just now I went to open my window, and 3 floors down at ground level I saw the old man. I'm completely positive I did. The same guy. He was just staring up at my window, staring in the middle of campus. If any students took notice of him, they didn't seem to acknowledge it. That's where my notes end. I fled my room, taking the cartridge with me. I don't want to go into details of what happened. I'll lose my train of thought as I hammer out these last details. It's been roughly 2 days since then, and this is my last summary and service to you of the final video you guys saw. Matt.wmv. The last video entry I made began as normal. I was spawned in Clocktown as usual, and nothing seemed to be out of place. Determined to set things right and play the Oath to Order on top of the clock tower on the 4th day, I prepared myself. I sped up time and got to the final day, making my way to the observatory. As I got up to the telescope and approached the astronomer, he would not let me look into his telescope. He told me that it would be cheating and that I should follow the rules. Despite my repeated efforts, the game would not let me do the 4th day glitch, no matter how hard or what I tried. I tried working around the game and doing the glitch, but it was adamant this time. Regardless of if I simply had the illusion of free will in prior games, this time the game became more aggressive than anything I'd ever seen. It eventually told me to go to Ikana Canyon, where the game would end and it would stop haunting me. Anxious and desperate to end this nightmare, I played the Song of Soaring and ended up there. I was told to check my inventory, that I would find the answers there and to end the game. I arrived at Ikana Canyon and saved my progress at the owl statue. As I searched through my inventory, I finally noticed that I was missing a recurring song, the Elegy of Emptiness. Obviously, once I traveled there and learned the song, I suppose that was the last thing it needed before Ben decided it had had enough fun playing with me. Ben is a manipulator. He tries to fool his victims into security and makes you drop your guard like a Venus flytrap. He ensnares them. I am nothing but a puppet to him. He enjoys seeing what kind of human emotions you can tap into by doing different things. Those are still some things about this. There are still some things about this whole experience that still don't make sense. But then again, I never was good at figuring out these things, and I'm not exactly in the right state of mind to. I'm giving you all the pieces of the puzzle for you to analyze and piece together the missing links. There are still some things about this whole experience No. I am typing these closing thoughts on the library computer on campus. I've emailed myself the notes that I have stored on my infected computer from the last 4 days. I'm then going to combine those copy-paste notes with the closing/openings that I've typed here on the safe public computer into one text document. I'm not taking any chances of spreading Ben. I would not wish this horrible torment on anyone, and I've made sure to have my bases covered here. I didn't run into any problems with Ben when I was back on my computer, trying to email myself the notes. Went right under his fucking nose. He has no idea what he just let me do. He had no problems opening the TXT document from my infected computer in my email either. I can't describe to you how it feels to finally be able to get the word out on this post. The nightmare ends here. That said, do not download any of my videos or anything about my videos through a YouTube video or audio ripper, a screen grab, whatever. I don't know how we can spread, but I know that just watching them on YouTube or reading my text won't be able to allow him to spread. Otherwise, he wouldn't have needed my help in the first place. But I strongly recommend you do not take anything you see streaming online onto your own personal computer. This will be my last posting. I am putting up on this forum here for the world. If you see any further posts from me after today's current date, September 12th, and after the current time, 12:08 a.m., discredit them. It's already been proven to me that Ben can access my computer, my account, my password, and manipulate my computer. And like I said, I have no idea to what extent they can do this, but know that it will do anything to break free. He is desperate. To ensure your safety, just forget about me. Please. And obviously, this goes without saying, but from here on out, do not download any images I may have put up, any files, anything. This 5th day will be my last. I'm going to burn the cartridge and then come back to destroy my laptop. Again, even though I don't even know you, this is sort of bittersweet for me. This semester I really didn't have any friends, or rather, I stopped paying attention to them. But I suppose that's partially to blame because I am the genius who picked to live in a single... I suppose someone to get a hold of me and save me before I got too immersed into this game would have literally saved my life. However, it proved too much for me. I'm just glad it happened to me and I could get the warning out so that Ben dies here. Lastly, thank you for taking the time to open this and open yourselves up to me by hearing my story. Despite maybe not believing me, you didn't have to do that. Really, you shouldn't have. Your support this entire time has kept me going. And now, I am finally free of this. Thanks again. Jed Usable.
And there it is. Ben drowned. Whew. That was a long one, wasn't it? I did not expect that last part to actually go on for so long. I don't think I ever got to know the end. I see. How do you guys feel now? It went on for so long because there was no choking. I see. Well, that's fine. All right. Let me just check something. I got some weird text messages. They're all just spam. All right. That is what we have for Ben Drowned. Man, that is something. And to think that it was posted on a different subreddit just for games and stuff, and rather than it being like posted as a normal, like, oh, this is like a creepypasta thing, made it quite the quite the thing. I think what we need to do now is have some games up. Ghost Stalker, yeah, that's pretty much it. Sujita. Also, welcome Mecantrophy. Yes, Mado-chan. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Alright, so. What is that, K-Seth? Well, K-Seth, don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it one bit. I'm pretty sure you're not the only one, I suspect. There's a reason why people wanted me to wear this, I suppose. But it is what it is. Alright, so. Let's get a game in. I would like to get a game in, though. Or how about this? How about I tell you some other stories instead? I will tell you a story, a personal story. All right? So, are you ready for more storytelling time? This one's a bit more personal and a bit more free form. So we're going to have this, all right? This is a story about my yes. Once upon a time, I lived in a house that was a little, that's where me and my family had stayed in for a while. Right? I was but a young mage at the time. And I lived in a house where there was plenty of plenty of drama going around, as it were. There was tea everywhere on account. And that is also where my great-grandmother spent some of the last days of her existence before crossing over into the Vale. However, during her stay there, that was where there was a lot more going on. As but a little mage, I could hear all the angry voices go around the house. There were shouting, there was some angry voices, and there was some crying, of course, in the process. I was a little too young to really process what was going on at the time, but at the same time, it wasn't exactly new. These were things that happened on an almost regular basis. However, eventually, after my great-grandmother had stayed with us in order to address some medical issues for but a brief spell, then she needed to be cared for briefly. Oh, chotto matte. Quick, hang on, chat. Double checking. Is the stream still up?
Is the stream still doing well? Just checking a couple things. Okay, no, it's fine. Thank you. Okay. Just saw a weird glitch on some of the system for a bit. Anyway, so I lived in that house for quite a while. And towards the end of my great grandmother's stay, she was tending to a medical condition, and ultimately, she opted to leave. Whether she chose to leave because she was better or she chose to leave because of reasons other than that, she did. Doesn't matter what happened. But it was shortly after she left that she would pass on beyond the veil. And so we had the funeral, we had the wake. And so she was there on display for everyone, and all of the adults were gathering around, tending to visitors and whatnot, when an uncle of mine, one of my great grandmother's children, had come for a visit. He had come to visit, and the only reason that he had apparently come to visit was to ask for money. And this uncle of mine was the favorite of my great grandmother. He was always favored regardless of what happened, and despite his rather kind of leeching personality, as it were. By the way, welcome Sir Dubious. We're in the middle of a tale. So anyway, so comes their favorite son to visit her in her wake. You know, she is laying there. However, because he had come only to ask for money from my grandmother at the time, of course an argument ensued. There was a great big argument, lots of shouting again, crying, the usual fare. And that's where things were a little different. You know how when bodies are embalmed, they always like to try and put them with a neutral or a smile face at the very least, yeah? And I noticed that as well, that, you know, she was smiling. However, after the argument between my grandmother and my uncle, after he eventually left, not having any of the money that he was looking for, because my grandmother simply refused to let him leech off of us any further, he stormed out. And that was when my grandmother started to cry even more, because as she looked at the body on display, my great-grandmother was now frowning. It would seem that even beyond the grave, she still favored him, and that she did not approve. I've never heard from that uncle again ever since. I don't know if he still lives, or if he does, where he goes, but he is gone. But I will never forget the time that even after my great-grandmother's death, he managed to put a frown on her face. And that is honestly a really shitty thing. You know? Don't be a leech. Get off your ass and do stuff if you're able to. And it's not like he was, you know, disabled in any capacity. And at that time, he was very much even just like, you know, he was able-bodied. He simply refused to do anything. And if the stories from my grandmother are to be believed, he simply spent his money on vices, gambling and alcohol and Lord knows what else. which is most unfortunate because my old house was also the same place where I had witnessed my grandmother, the same grandmother, go through an exorcism. You see, when I was an even younger lad, I was in that house, and I had just been told, me and my siblings had been told, hey, stay in your rooms for a while, and don't go out no matter what you hear, okay? So I go to my room, and I sit there with my brother, and we hear things. And me being a bit of the little shit that I was back then, a young mage, ever curious, ever, just wanting to go out and figure out what's happening, I sneak out of my room and I take a peek. And there I see an elderly woman who is being held down by 5 fully able-bodied people, and they are having difficulty keeping her down on the couch. And here's the thing, my grandmother, while, was not exactly the most, she didn't work out or anything, she's a fairly normal kind of person. But I saw her almost completely fighting off 5 people all at once. And on top of that, there was a man in priestly robes who was reciting lines. I did not understand, but I knew that this was something that I should not be seeing, and so I turned away, instantly regretting the decision I had made to sneak out and look. It was absolutely terrifying, to say the least. And there were so many other things that happened at that house. I should have helped restrain. What was I going to do? I was a preteen child. I don't think anything I could have done would have been helpful. And I just felt the fear run down my spine witnessing what was happening. And I made the executive decision to not go down that path any further. I was scared. I was preteen at this time. I don't remember the exact age, but that kind of thing you do not forget. Yeah. It did kind of culminate in a couple of other stories later on at that house. That house was something. It had accumulated many, many years of all sorts of negative things, I'll tell you. Up until the point where I was going to leave that house, it even tried to kill one of my friends, I'm fairly certain. You see, eventually, I was the only one living in that same house, as the rest of my family had packed up and left to migrate elsewhere. Yeah? So I was the only one left. And I was kind of maintaining this house poorly, I might add. But I did do what I could have. I invited some friends on occasion to hang out, party a little bit, because I had the house to myself. Who was going to stop me, right? Well, you see, here's the thing. There was one time towards the end where I was drinking with my friends in the bedroom, right? In my original bedroom that I shared with my brother at the time. Well, not at the time, prior. And what happened was I had a friend who was so we were kind of sitting just around in a circle over in the room, and my friend had almost got how do I put it? I had an electric fan in the room. It was one of those taller looking electric fans,
and it basically snapped in half, and it almost fell on top of him. So the electric fan almost fell on top of him, and we managed to catch it in time before he could have been, just like gravely hurt by the electric fan. So we managed to get that up, and eventually, so we were like, okay, cool, that's fine. The electric fan is probably old. It's these things happen, right? That's fine. It's all we can just put it aside. And eventually, we kept on going, kept partying. Why let that stop the party? Keep the party train moving, gotta keep it on up. And the light, my light was like, had this, my ceiling light was just like one of those ring kind of bulbs, and it had like a dome covering it, right? So, ring-ish looking light bulb. It had a dome, like a glass dome thing, attached on top of it. When the dome almost falls off completely, like one of the what do you call it, screws holding the dome kind of, I don't know what happened, it broke or something or whatever, and the dome itself almost just falls off completely. And guess who was right underneath it? The same friend who almost got hit with the electric fan. And my friend was fairly certain that my house was trying to kill him. He was convinced that it was. And I don't blame him. And it was a very, very worrying moment. And that was actually, and the thing is, the light went out as well. Like that actual light itself went out. The dome almost fell on him. And we decided, you know what? Let's take the party somewhere else. So we leave the bedroom and we take it to the living room. So we go to the living room, we take our drinks there, we take our snacks there, we start talking, and we're having fun. Again, can't let the party train stop. Gotta keep moving, gotta make the music pop. And this is where things start to get really weird. I don't know what you call those insects. Let me see if I can find a translation for that insect again. Oh, okay. Moths, apparently. They're a kind of moth. So there was a specific... Hello, Anisha going to work? Okay. All right. Take care at work. Take care at work. Also, welcome back, Gewalt. Enjoy. So, we go back. We go to the living room now. We're going to, drink there. We're going to have a good time. And the mood kind of changes a little bit. Everybody kind of just starts to get a little antsy, very anxious and stuff. And there are these, and we have like a light, what do you call it, over our heads as well. One of those like dome lights. This one didn't fall off. But what we also did notice, even earlier actually, was that occasionally there would be like a moth, just like, the stray one moth hovering over the light, right? So we were in the living room, and what was initially just like a handful of moths hovering over the living room light, it got friends. I'll put it like that. It suddenly had friends. No, I don't think my friend vandalized it in any way. I don't think he did. He's a nice guy. So the moths started coming, and there were a lot of moths that started coming up. And the part where it gets pretty scary, playing some, probably hella late, but it's because I was playing some games with family. Oh, no problem. That's fine. So what started out as a couple of moths started to grow more and more and more and more. It became a spiral of moths that stretched from the ceiling where the light was, down close to the floor, an entire spiral of moths swirling down almost like a drill. And we just looked at it and started to realize we had maybe had a couple drinks, but it was at that point where we started to realize, wait a minute, this doesn't seem very normal. And we just tried to get rid of those moths. And even, eventually we resorted to turning off like all the lights just to try and get rid of it. And I was also just kind of flailing this wet towel at the moths, trying to, catch whatever I could, trying to kill them. And it was at that point we decided, you know what? Let's call it for now. And we kind of just stopped. We figured it was some kind of sign of saying, hey, just try to stop and relax a little bit now. And that is Moth God. Perhaps I may have angered the Moth God. That's true. We never did figure out, though, like, why were there so many moths that night, and why the house almost tried to kill my friend twice. But it is what it is. I'm glad, though, that at this point, I've heard that they've renovated the house since then. So who knows? Maybe all that bad juju's gone. I'm hoping it's all gone, because I would feel bad for whoever moved into it afterwards, that they might have had to deal with more of that stuff that might have been going on, But that house has a lot of memories, and most of them are not good. But that is how it is. I don't have too many other ghost stories now that I think about it. I feel like I have been most fortunate to have lived a pretty decent, life without having to run into too many paranormal things. My personal stance on it is that I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, because I'm pretty sure there are plenty of things that I can't explain that might be, I do have a funny story, though, a funny ghost story that's not my own. And I hope that I can tell it and give it justice, because it involves some friends of mine when I was still a student. I was a university mage, learning my specialties and courses in illusion magic. So I had several friends, mages in their own right, learning different spells and abilities, and I would occasionally hang out at their dormitory. So I'd be at their dorm, and I've seen it. It's a small place. It's just got a double-deck bed, mini fridge. I don't even think it had a mini fridge. I don't recall it if it did. But it just had stuff, Like, it had the basic things that a college student might need. A bed. And so the story goes like this. So I have two friends. They're living in their dorm unit, the double-decker bed, right? So one guy's sleeping below and one guy's sleeping above, right? And the guy at the bottom, the guy on the lower bed, he's trying to sleep, and while he does so, he's trying to sleep, and he feels weight. He feels some weight pressing down at, in the bottom half of his bed, like towards his feet. He feels it kind of sink down, as if someone had just sat down on the bed. So he's a little groggy, he's sleepy. He kind of rubs his eyes a bit, and he looks down towards his feet. All right, goodbye, Geralt. Enjoy your World of Tanks. Go win those games. Good luck, good luck. So my friend looks down towards his feet, and he sees this girl. clad in white, black hair, just looking at him. And he feels his entire body just go numb and cold. And it takes a moment, but he manages to snap himself out of it. And he reaches up towards the upper deck. He starts frantically tapping the guy on the top bunk, smacks him until he wakes up, and the guy kind of comes to. He's groggy, and he just asks him, "Wait, what's going on? Why are you waking me up?" So the guy on the bottom bunk says, "There is a girl, and she is sitting at the base of the bed. I need you to look at this." And the top bunk guy just says, "Nope, no, you are not getting me involved. I am turning myself around and going back to bed, and so should you." And he wants zero to do with this. And he ignores my friend on the lower bunk and just, pulls up his blanket over his head, ignores he ever heard anything. And also, take care, puppet, sleep well, happy Halloween. And my friend just tries to do the same thing, closes his eyes and tries to go to sleep as well. And that is all I remember from the story. That he just tried, and eventually, everything goes well afterwards. And I laugh, but at the same time, holy shit, if that happened to me, I would probably have pissed the bed by now. But it was something. I swear though, stories like that are fun. And honestly, I feel very fascinated really with a lot of I find myself fascinated with a lot of people's personal accounts of paranormal activity. Mostly because I don't have too many of my own. And I feel like my encounter with, the exorcism was okay. It was a scary moment, but at the same time, now that I'm much older, I am much more fascinated with, oh shoot, this kind of thing happens to people. I almost want to hear those people's accounts personally, to find out what happened. Not that I want those experiences for myself, because like I said, I probably just pissed the bed. But I find it most fascinating. Is anyone else here particularly interested in IRL ghost stories of other people, especially if they experienced it firsthand? Because I'm usually the type who's going to be asking people, "Hey dude, you got some scary stories?" Because I feel like it's fun to listen to, These kinds of things I find most fascinating and just fun. So I would hope that one day, maybe we can do it, what do you call that? Maybe we can have it next Halloween or something next year. Or maybe we can have another Spoopy Day celebration just out of nowhere. Enchantment always has some relation to the dead, and that in conjuration. True. That is true. We can have another thing where we'll have guests come over and we can share. We'll have the guests share their ghost stories and stuff. Don't you think that'd be pretty fun? We'll hear ghost stories from other people. I feel like that's a worthwhile stream to have. But yeah. It is fun. It is fun. Okay, so that said, I want to talk about something that's not so spoopy anymore, but I feel it's important to bring up. What do you guys want to do? What if there is a ghost that acts like an Onesama from one of those other... Oh, I'm pretty sure that there is
an anime, I say that with air quotes, that already exists like that. You know? I'm pretty sure that there is already some kind of anime or manga that has that as its plot. With plot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, lots of plot. Yes, very, very big plots. It is thick plot. Now, what I'm going to announce now is that my birthday is coming up. So we're going to have a birthday celebration, of course, next month. Yeah? We're going to have my birthday celebration next month. So I'm hoping to have, maybe a guest or two over. I don't know if I can do the same thing last year as like a, 12-hour stream. But we're going to see what we can do. I'll be moving to the new place, so a lot of my time, at least for the coming week or so, is going to be getting set up at the new place. Maybe getting a new desk. I bought a cute mouse pad. Well, not mouse pad, desk pad that has like Godzilla or something on it. It's super cute. I'll show it to you guys when we do the house tour after I move. So we'll definitely have a house tour. And I think we'll have the birthday celebration. We'll have the house tour next month. And maybe we can have the Great Nut stream. You say next month, but isn't your birthday in a week? True. That is true. It is already November now. For me, at least. It's already midnight, and it's the 1st of November. So, yes, the Great Nut stream is a charity stream. It's the 5th? No, my birthday celebration is on the 8th. So the Great Nut stream is a charity stream that I had last year, and it was originally done in October. I wanted to do it in September, but because work got really hectic and everything just kind of happened and I needed to move as well, there was no chance that I could actually hold that stream properly. Oh no, that might even be the best thing to do, Sir Dubious, to have the Great Nut stream. Or how about this? We do it right at the end of November. We'll do like NNN, but right on the last day of November, we finish it off with the Great Nut stream. That sound fun? I feel like that's a good plot right there. I'll try to make all that work. Hopefully, internet gets set up in my new place very soon, so I don't have to spend a lot of idle time. Sounds compromisable. Well, there's going to be a lot of compromise for sure. A lot of compromised people. That much is certain. So, that's going to be the plan towards the end of November. I might have to, work out some scheduling kinks here and there, but I'll try to make that work. So next month is going to be a really busy one, right? We'll have the house tour. We'll have my birthday. We'll have the Great Nut, hopefully. Okay? All right. And I think that's where you can end. I promised some spoopy games, but I don't think we have any time at the moment left to do spoopy games. Or do you think we should extend just a little bit and then we can do like a spoopy game? Because I don't know of a spoopy game that we can do really, really, briefly. What do you guys think? Extend? I mean, we definitely could. But the question is, what can we FNAF for? FNAF. I hate you. Okay, let me take a look at... Let's see. Let me take a look. 5... 5
Which is FNAF 4? What's it called? Let's go look at Scott Cawthorne. It's just 4. Oh, there it is. Five Nights at Freddy's 4. There we go. Oh no, it's the one in the bedroom. Shit, fuck me. Oh boy. Alright. Adding it to cart. Gonna download it real quick. Y'all terrible, you know that? Okay, let me get my wallet ready. Where's my online wallet? How much is all of this? Okay. Ugh, not cute. Not cute at all. Looks terrible. I'm feeling my pants. And I drank so much water. I feel like I'm just gonna straight up piss my chair if I'm not careful. I should probably take a piss before the game forces me to. Come on, bank app. I need you to put it into my e-wallet so I can use it. Otherwise, I can't buy the game. Oh, wow. It's not loading. Why is it not load? Oh, fuck. It loaded. Okay. There goes that excuse. Okay. No, I got it. It's working now. Son of a bitch. Okay, here we go. Okay, sending money into my account. Okay. No, it's confirming. Okay. Let's freaking go. Where's my cart? Purchase for myself. Are you sure you guys don't want me to just play anything like, I don't know. What do I actually have that I don't have to purchase games for? We can do Phasmo. Oh, shoot. We can do Phasmo. The new update is there, isn't there? But then again, there's some weird some issues with the Phasmo or something. Moral anguish. Fine, no, I'll purchase this. Phasmo could be fun. Solo Phasmo. Okay, take you. No, I haven't bought it yet. It's in my. I loaded my account, but I haven't checked out my actual cart. So here's the question: Five Nights at Freddy's 4, Trombone Champ, or Phasmophobia Solo? I'm gonna put up a poll. Let me put up a poll. Which game? Okay, FNAF 4 or Phasmo Solo. And for those of you who want to give me a chance, there's Trombone Champ. Trombone Champ deserves an entire stream. I'm just trying, okay? So here we go. I'm looking at it now. Okay, oh, Trombone Champ should be its own stream. Okay, I'll take note of that. So we're currently at 40-60. We got 40 in favor of FNAF 4. We got 60 in favor of Phasmo Solo. So I'm going to give it another minute. Oh, shoot. Going to give it another minute.
until maybe, I don't know, 12:46 in my time. Oh shoot, we got 50-50. Damn, you guys are... I see 8 votes, and there are 8 concurrent viewers. Oh, Phasmo's up again by a small vote. Okay. And it's almost 12:46. Gotta wait, gotta wait. Too bad I don't actually have a timer. I should consider putting a timer on my stream, huh? Okay. People have spoken. True, true. All right. So it looks like we'll be playing Phasmo solo by a narrow margin. Y'all saved my wallet, except I'm going to be buying Trombone Champ eventually. So let's go. We're going to have to change scene. Give me a second. Who designed your maid outfit? I actually got them all. Actually, everything here, all the assets here, are all thanks to Oliver, actually. Oliver's the one who linked me all of these stuff. So I can link it over in the Discord if you'd like. So let me just end the poll now. Okay. And we got Phasmo solo. Okay. It's all in suggestion box. The evidence is there. So, let's change scenes then, yeah? Oh yeah, there we go. Because I had to remove the actual voice, the audio source briefly. Yeah, source missing. That's true. Because my voice mod application is not working well, and I don't know why. It seems to be kind of just all weird and stuff. So I am setting it up properly now. Okay, so I have to re-download Phasmo real quick, so I don't think we'll actually be able to load it up right away. Excuse me. So it is now downloading. Don't worry, it says here it'll be done in 20 minutes. Don't worry, I'm downloading it. It's downloading now. It'll just take a bit, you know? Apparently, I'd not prepared and thought of Phasmo to play. But it's okay. My internet can handle it. So let me... Where's our browser, actually? Music. Okay, we got some background music. Let's go back to... Let's go back here. You know, while... Let's go back here. Just so you're not staring at a black screen. And we have some lo-fi spoopy music.
Horror background music, please. I'm trying to find something that won't get me copyrighted, you know, struck to hell. It's a lot harder than it sounds. I'm trying to figure out what we can do, actually. You would have a song suggestion? No, I'm not going anywhere. I just don't have the, what do you call that? I'm just limited to copyright free music. Watch Your Six. Is that copyrighted? You know, because I don't like getting copyright, not strikes, copyright claims on my videos. It's not? Alright, let's see. No lyrics, just ambiance. Okay. Alright, let's see then. Okay. Let me just take care of this real quick. So my background is gone because that was actually the video. If this is copyrighted, I swear to God. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't like this. Volume up. Okay, volume's a little bit louder now. Can you all hear it better? Okay, I'm currently I've downloaded, what's this, 2.2 gigs out of 8. So fingers crossed that keeps up. I am not very happy. Alright. Now I'm just gonna stare at you threateningly for a while. No, that's true. I don't have a very frightening face. Or I can work it. If I had to choose to be haunted or cursed, which would you choose? I mean, if I had to choose between one, cursed. Because I feel like a curse, when you get a curse, it's very specific and you know exactly what's going to happen to you so that you can kind of work around it. Haunted, you never really know. Sometimes a ghost might do this or a ghost might do that. You don't have a lot of control. It can be very inconvenient if it comes at certain times. You know? I would much rather, I think, be cursed because you know the conditions of your curse. Like, oh, you're going to go and shit yourself every time you hear the word chicken pot pie. Things like that. At least you know. Do you have any plushie? Do you hug it while you're playing? No, I don't have a plushie. At least not one that I hug. What I do have is a plushie of Zhongli's pillar. So that's the only plushie I have at the moment.
What if you're the ghost? What if I am? What if I'm in your house right now? What if this stream doesn't exist and that it's all in your mind? Very spirited, at least. God damn it, Nito. You're right. That's true, though. If I was a ghost, I'd say you wouldn't have anything to worry about, because you'd be able to see right through me. Oh no, Stepmado, what are you doing? I think right now we're just waiting for the download, yeah? It says here about another 5-ish minutes. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that stays true and that we get it on time. The puns are back. It's okay. It's okay. I don't think that they're gonna hurt you. Don't worry about it. And this song is this ambient sound is very uneasy. It is very much yes, I am in for a terrible time. The puns have risen back from the grave. True. Let me see if I can actually get some more, another snack or something. Like the music? Yeah. Okay, I got some chocolate again. Let's see, I'm gonna go grab a bite of this. 4 minutes until time. I got it, don't worry. I got a good couple glugs. No, I don't plan on going into the haunting business today. And I think I should probably take some no, I don't think I don't think it's gonna be. I should have taken easy. I shouldn't have gotten the chocolate. I'm gonna get some lozenges, and hopefully this can help clear out my throat a little bit. We're in the end game now. We're in the end game now. Two minutes. 6 out of 8 gigs downloaded. And then it needs to do some weird install stuff after. Anyway, let's do a quick question. What would you guys prefer to have? A haunted house? Or a haunted car? If you could not sell either of those things, and that you were forced to live in it, would you choose to have a haunted house or a haunted car? Well,
That's gonna be a bit of a problem, isn't it? If it's not paying rent. Depends on the degree of haunting and being able to actually communicate. I suppose that's true. Suppose it was pretty intense haunting. And any attempts to communicate with it are met violently. How would you deal with it? And which would you choose? What if the ghost is really nice? What if the ghost... Perhaps had its crush on you. That's an interesting situation. What if you have a ghost haunting you, and it's just constantly just leaving you very creepy messages about how much it likes you? How do you guys feel about that? A haunted stalker. Ghost is a yandere tsundere. Probably car. I see. I have not played Phasmo in like so long, by the way. So let me... Monica's ghost. Alright, let's see. Come on, game. Does it not work when I load it as a source? No? Ah, hell. Come on. Game isn't loading. Give me a second.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Oh, there it is. Okay, game's back, guys. Oh, I don't like this one bit. It's super spoopy now. And it's giving me 30 frames. That's the scariest part. Video. Why is it trying to play the game in freaking 4K? Stop. Okay, I got a couple frames back from that. Okay, texture, shadow resolution, blah blah blah. Bloom, ambient occlusion, chromatic aberration. VSync mode, full screen, that's fine. Game. No. Head bob, Celsius, alternative ports. What are those? Is there any way I can get this a little bit less taxing? Half texture, let's go. Oh, there we go. Much faster. I'm still running at very weird frames. Come on. Shadow resolution, let's go with high. Or heck, let's go with medium. Anisotropic, what is that? An anti-aliasing thing? My frames are still... Okay, they're at 40-ish now.
Hang on. Come on. Okay, let's turn off anti-aliasing. And then hard shadows. Okay, you know what? You know what? Let's just deal with this. Okay. Eula, accept. Accept next. Single player. Professional? Do we do professional, guys? Much fewer hiding places? Do we amateur? We can do amateur. What do you guys think? Well, are you or are you not a professional? Oh god. Ghosts will hide one type of... There's also nightmare and... Oh, custom! And nightmare. Why does it have a pumpkin? I feel like doing this solo is gonna be impossible to finish. Are we trying to actually do this? Like actually, you know, complete a map, or are we just doing this to die? What do you guys think? Because I think doing Nightmare solo is going to be really difficult. The pumpkin chose for me? Okay, fine, let's go. Choose a contract. Okay, video camera, dots projector, EMF reader. Okay, what do we need? Okay. So, book. Oh, this is loadouts. Okay. Faith in your great... Nah. Fine. Okay, what else we got? Oh, this one. Thermometer. Video camera. Tripod. Where's the strong flashlight? Strong flashlight. Where's spirit? Okay. Oh, we already have EMF reader. No, not regular flashlight. Oh, this is EMF. Oh, the spirit box. UV light. Where's the dots projector? There it is. Mage. No, I think he's worthy enough to be a sage. We'll see. We will see. Sanity pills. Let's go bring 2 sanity pills. Salt. Where's the salt? Bring salt. Motion sensor? Motion sensor, lighter. Calendar. We already have a crucifix. Yeah. I think this is all good. For basic. Add. Okay, so let's go back. There we go. All of our stuff. Ah! Okay, which house? Which house? Random? You guys want to choose a random house? Because at this difficulty, I feel like trying to do a really big one is going to be impossible because of how big it is. Or do you want to pick a more moderate house? Willow Street, Grafton Farmhouse, Ridgeview Court, Edgefield Road, Tanglewood Drive, Bleasdale Farmhouse. Eeny, meeny, mine, Nemo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If it bites you, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Grafton Farmhouse. Modern family home. Sounds spooky. Why not? Oh, I'm gonna regret this. 13 rooms, 2 floors. Ready up? I'm ready to die. Onegaishimasu. Kami-sama. Onegaishimasu. Whew, oh boy. Oh, I am not excited. I am not excited. I forgot to take a piss. Shit. I am gonna piss my pants. I just know it. I'm gonna piss my pants. The music hasn't stopped either. We're supposed to? We're unsure. Repel the ghost with a smudge stick? Detected the paranormal sound with a parabolic microphone. I didn't bring a parabolic microphone! Man, get an average below sand. These are all bullshit goals. Okay, whatever. Fucking hell. Okay, here we go. Oh, sweet baby Jesus on a stick. Oh, my boy. My boy is ready to die out there. Okay, what do I carry with me? Thermometer. Let's get this. Okay, let's get some of these things set up though. Sanity pills, I'll take them when I need to. Drop the tripod. Okay, we got the video camera. Oh wow, okay, I brought 2 video cameras. And what's this one? Okay. Oh, my frame rates are dying. Jesus, when did this game get so fucking... what do you call that? How do I place it? How do I... Oh, there we go. Got it. So I got the EMF reader. I got the thermometer. And I think we can probably... What? We don't need photo cameras. We don't need the incense yet. You know what? I think this is actually going to be good as it is. You can't win? Of course not. We're not here to win. We're here to entertain. So that's 2nd floor. Ground floor. Oh, this is this house. Okay.
No, my boy, my boy, my boy. Woo! Hello? Oh, I even forgot the name of the dude. What's the profile on the guy? Or girl? Or the ghost? Yeah, none of this matters. Sound sensors, nothing. Kenny Robinson. There we go. Let me test something, though. Because I know there's been some issues with the voice before. Hello? Okay, yeah, there we go. So push... It's not on push to talk. Let's make it not... Activation. Voice activation. There we go. When in doubt, I say you're cleaning the house. You're in costume after all. Yeah, that's true. Hello? Okay. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Robinson? Your cleaning services is here, yeah? Mr. Robinson? Are you here? Mr. Robinson, your maid is here to clean your house for you, nya. Oni-chan? Oni-chan? Are you home? Oni-sama? Oni-sama, doko desu ka? Oni-sama? Doko desu ka? Ii da yo. Maid-chan? お願いします。さよなら。じゃあね。じゃあね。じゃあね。お兄様。じゃあね、お兄様。はあはあはあはあ。お兄さん、どこですか？お兄さん、どこ？どこだ？お兄さん。あ、そうだよ。お兄さん、your power's out. お兄さん、お兄様、どこですか？はあはあはあ Oh, Jesus. Why is someone wearing a maid outfit late at night? I'm here for a house cleaning, Maria. I'm here for house cleaning. And I will now take a quick break to take a piss while I have the choice in the matter before the game may decide to impose its will upon me. Okay. I'm back. So let's go find Oni-chan. I was just taking a piss. I always look sad when I take a piss. Maybe he doesn't like this voice. Oni-chama, doko desu ka? Meido neko desu. Onegai shimasu. Doko desu ka? Oni-sama. Doko. And hi, Grandpa. Oni-sama, doko desu ka? Oya oya. Oya oya, Oni-sama. Construction site, yeah. Low-key thinking you're scaring the ghost. Am I? Am I really? Okay. So I've been to every room in the house, I feel. But I haven't run into any activity yet. Haven't found any severely abnormal temperatures. House cleaning, who's a ghost, you're crazy. No, it's okay, it's fine. Do the arigato song. No. Wait, no, that's wrong. Okay, let's try the EMF reader. Here I go. Howdy doody, where are you? I wanna find out where you are, sir. I am here to clean your house. I am here, I won't make sound. I will be your cute neko maid. I will make sure you are gonna get me paid. I'm not hearing anything, and I feel that's worse, 'cause I don't know what to expect when the thing comes along. Where I'll hide, I'm gonna die tonight. I think of where you are. I want this to be over. If you're gonna kill me, please just do it fast. I guess I can't take this tension. I just won't last. I just won't last. Are you in the kitchen? Do you want me to cook something for you, sir? Do you want me to cook for you, Oni-chan? Are you gonna tell me where you are? Or are you gonna keep hiding from me? Are you gonna hide from me? Oh Lord God. I swear. Through the no. Hang on, I need to just breathe for a second, okay? Okay. Nothing's happening, and that's not great. Do your job. I will try. Deep breaths. Cause, therapy tail. Therapy tail! Oh, come on. Are you in there? I suppose you might be. If that's where you're throwing stuff around. Okay, I'm gonna try to set up a camera there, I suppose. Okay. Time to go back. And then let's go check on the safety of our truck. Wouldn't it be nice, though, to have a singing maid in your house? Don't you think so? What is this? Wait a minute, where is this camera even? Is it that dark in there? Oh, I gotta move it up. If I said maid was invited, didn't just pull up in a van with CCTV unannounced. I think I should have brought the... Is that the dots projector? No, this isn't the dots projector, is it? That's the motion detector, never mind. I think this is the dots projector. Keep it down. Fine. Oni-sama, are you there? Oni-sama, are you here with us? Oni-sama, tell me where you are tonight. Okay. It made it so loud. The door cracks on me, I know. Okay. My monitor has cracks on it. So night vision, I can see it. Huh. I don't think I see anything. Door cracks on my 3. Should I be seeing anything? No? Man, it's hiding one of the effects from me. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back inside. We're gonna take... What's the past tense of creak? Cracked, I think. Isn't it? Cracked? Alright, Oni-sama. Moshi moshi. Okay. Not getting anything, though. Damn it. All of this nothing happening is just making me even more tense. You know? It is just even more... 911, there's a crazy maid singing. Maybe. Maybe. What was his name again? Kenny? Kenny Robinson, there we go. No, I didn't cut the telephone. Kenny, where are you? Kenny, are you here? Oh my god, no. Please, no, God, please, no, don't let this door close on me. I don't even know if I'm in the right place. Okay. What else we got? We got infrared. Oh, sorry, night, no, whatever thingy. The dots projector. Temperature. Okay, let's put this down somewhere in that other room. Imagine if the door locked you out instead of in. No, that happens. That happens. And that usually means I'm gonna die. You know? If that happens, it means I'm as good as dead. That's, Ah! 2. Okay. You're definitely inside that room. Hi. Okay, so I'm getting an EMF 2 there. I think I have to put the camera closer. Oh no, I didn't put a second cam, I put a second, what do you call that? How can the ghost leave and terrorize other people once it's outside? I don't know. I don't think it can. And yes, I might murder you for annoyance. Ah, okay. Might murder you for your annoyance. I might do it. Maybe. But I would ask you to kindly reconsider that option. Okay, I think we'll have to move the camera in closer. Alright, we're going back in. There should be 3 people, the owl, the adjuster, and the vanguard. Yeah, normally this should be like a team sport. But, you know, seeing as I'm here right now, you know, it's kind of a... That's kind of the situation we're in, yes? So we're gonna have to take care of it. Just replace the technology. Yeah. Usually you're gonna need somebody who does the stuff from the control room here. But we'll see if any of that is even necessary. Okay. So let's see. Anything in here. And the owl views the cameras. Yeah, that's exactly why I should be the one in the van. And someone needs to get in there and, you know, put stuff down for me. It is throwing shit around in that room. I don't think it's angry. I think it's just bored. You guys saw that, right? It was flipping the stuff around in the room. Yeah, someone should go in there and check things. Ah! Okay. I don't even know what my sanity is. I'm gonna go take this pill. Okay. What is this? Is this a motion sensor? Alright, but we don't have any... None of these things are even working. Or is this the sanity? Yeah, sound sensors and stuff. But we don't have the parabolic microphone. Okay, we're gonna have to let's leave the ghosty book in there. Hello, sir. Do you have a moment of time to talk about our Lord and Savior? I have a book here with all your needs, sir. It should answer all your questions, if you have any. I'd like you to consider reading it, if you may, sir. It's only but a moment of your time. I would like to ask you if you can give it a read, if any of it is of any help to you. It might enlighten you as I walk away from your house. Sir. Okay. I've left in a whole bunch of stuff in there. Is it doing anything else other than throwing things out? Come on! Do something! My dude, I do not have all night to be waiting for you to act up and do something. Do something, please? Fine. The ghost is elsewhere? No, but he's throwing stuff inside the room. You guys saw it, right? He was throwing like little bottles and stuff. Whatever he was throwing in there earlier, you know, acting up like a toddler. Was fine, but he was there just very recently too. Fine, let's go check. Let's go check if maybe he wrote something in the book. He's still here! He's still here! He's still here! Yeah, it's definitely colder in here. Yeah, I'm gonna die in here. Okay, he was in there. I feel like we can kind of confirm he's in that room. Yeah, I am removing my doubts that he's in that room and that he regularly goes in that room. Alright, so what have we got though in our journal? Ooh! So we don't have any evidence yet. I'd like to think he's trolling with you, no. Or he was washing his ghost clothes. Okay, we've left the spirit box. He's not responding to it. We don't have freezing temperatures. He hasn't written anything. There are no fingerprints. We haven't done the infrared scanning yet. Let's observe this a little bit more. If anything comes up on infrared. If any ghost orbs come up. Nothing. No. Okay. Fine, you're gonna be a bitch, Kenny? So you can play that game. What else can I use here? Let's bring Jeebus with us. Let's go. All right, sir. I am not appreciating your ghosting. I certainly don't appreciate it. Kenny, are you here? No? I'll go home. Alright, Kenny. You are a piece of shit. You know that, Kenny? Fucking hell. Ah! I called his name out so many times. Thought he was just gonna close that door on me any second. He's just moving stuff around. He is moving that door when the ghosts you. True, that makes me a little sad, you know? That makes me a little bit sad when even a ghost ghosts you. Say my name, say my name. Got nothing? Nothing? So what do you guys think? You think I should go in there and just like suicide my way to see him to get the ghost to do something? He's not doing anything, literally. And it's kind of pissing me off a little. Okay. Kenny! Are you around? Hey, Kenny, are you here? Come on, buddy. Give me a sign. Oh, shit! Ah! Ah! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! I think I'm gonna die! Oh! Okay, I got an EMF 5. Alright! That was, so I got EMF 5. True. Okay, I don't know if I got anything else from that. Let's check again. Hard to tell. I survived that, but I feel like, I burnt my only, smudge. Alright. You guys think we should go back in there? We only have EMF 5. What's a gym shade? A gin. I read this as fucking gym. Yeah, we got a gym on our hands. There's still a lot of options. Spirit, Wraith, Shade Oni. I think... Let's go. Let's just have him kill us then. The gym. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, Kenny, we gotta go home now. Kenny, we're going home. Kenny? Kenny? You gotta leave. You gotta leave, Kenny. Kenny, do you want to talk? Kenny? Why are you here? What do you want? Kenny, what do you want? Kenny, what do you want? What do you want, Kenny? Kenny? How about this? You just kill me now, Kenny. Not even trying to kill me anymore. Just giving me an actual heart attack. He's not talking to me. He's not doing much. No ghost orbs are still showing up. Temperature just goes down to a 3, so that's not freezing temperature, that's for sure. Otherwise it would have been freezing. It would have been freezing much, much earlier. And we don't even have the power on. Oh, come on. He's written nothing on the book. He doesn't answer my freaking whatever. He doesn't answer my calls. I guess that just leaves the fingerprints. Alright, Kenny. Tsundere, maybe. Okay. I didn't want to have to resort to this. But we're gonna have to check for fingerprints and other dirty stuff. Oh no, I see it. He left fingerprints on the door. He's nasty. He comes up under the black light. That is nasty. He put up some black light. He left some stains on the door, chat. He's nasty. No wonder he's so shy. He's embarrassed. He's probably embarrassed that he's, you know, that he's left something in there. Okay. We found EMF 5. We got fingerprints. So our only options now were Jin, Myling, Obake, and Goryo. So let's read what it's all about. So let's look at the Jin. What does a Jin do? A Jin is a territorial ghost that will attack when threatened. It has also been known to be able to travel at significant speed. A Jin will travel at a faster speed if its victim is far away. Turning off the location's power source will prevent the Jin from using its ability. Huh. But it doesn't have the freezing temp. So it can't be that. What's about the Goryo? When the Goryo passes through a dot's projector, using a video camera is the only way to see it. A Goryo will usually only show itself on camera if there are no people nearby. They are rarely seen far from their place of death. Okay, what else we got? Myling. A Myling is a very vocal and active ghost. They are rumored to be quiet when hunting their prey. A Myling is known to be quieter when hunting. Mylings more frequently make paranormal sounds, but we haven't heard a damn thing from it though. So that's probably not a Myling. What about an Obake? Obake are terrifying shapeshifters capable of taking on many forms. They have been seen taking on humanoid shapes to attract their prey. When interacting with the environment, an Obake will rarely leave a trace. Sometimes this ghost will shapeshift, leaving behind unique evidence. An Obake? That one. Why? An Obake. It
shapeshift though? I am currently at a toss-up between a Jinn and a Goryo. And I understand Nito's theory that it's possible that it is a Jinn and it is kind of depowered because there is no power. And it does seem to be hanging around primarily just that one room. I didn't see it in any other place, so it's possible that it's just there. What do you mean by... But here's the thing, though. What do you mean by territorial? Like, how would you determine if a ghost is territorial or not? Because the obake as well is that we haven't seen it, you know, try to take on different shapes. We haven't seen it shapeshift. If he was, he would have expanded his territory. Oh. So you mean he would have started appearing in other places? Okay, you know what? I am going to toss a dice on this matter. And I will roll a d20. I have like one the size of a crystal ball or something. So I'm gonna roll it. If I get 1 to 10, I will go for obake. If I go 11 to 20, I will go with the Jinn. Oh shoot! Hang on, that will not count because I need to actually roll it. So let's go. Spin it up, spin it up, spin it up. No, that landed. Wait, it didn't roll. There we go. That's a roll. 15. Okay. 15 says we go Jinn. So let's see. Fingers crossed we're right. So I think let's try to go now. Did we get it right, I wonder? Did we get it right? And then it turns out it's like a miling or something. Whatever bull that might be. Come on.
Welcome back.
Jinn!
Jobs for you.
Hell yeah, we got a Jinn. We got a Jinn. Yeah, yeah. Woo! We got it. It was a Jinn. Congratulations, Nito. You have successfully identified the ghost. And that was on Nightmare. That was on freaking Nightmare difficulty. Uh-oh. Did my game just crash? Oh no, it didn't. Okay.
Back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Yeah, ghost type. Correctly find ghost type. Hell yeah. Okay. And I think that's where we're gonna have to end it. We took a while, but we managed to not only just beat the game, we didn't die. You know, we got our ghost. All right, so thank you guys for joining me on this Halloween special. Did you do the Easter egg in the map lobby? No, I haven't. What's the Easter egg? I don't know what you're referring to. Huh. Oh, from when it was a garage. Oh, I don't know. I don't... Oh, you mean the one at the sink or something? Ah! My god, my god, my god, my god. Ah! Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Okay, we're done. Ah, we're done. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. I can feel my heart just like suddenly sped up. I didn't think I would get that spooked right at the very end. I don't know, cultists. I don't fucking care. Thank you guys for dropping by on the Halloween special. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot to be able to hang out with you guys. You're always wonderful. I might have to cancel, I think, tomorrow's stream for WWE2K22. Just because I want to have all the time I need to prepare. And I have a surprise meeting for work, so I'll need to take care of that as well. So, no stream tomorrow. However, if I get the time, I will try to do like an... if I have extra time and I have internet, I'll try to do like a guerrilla stream. Otherwise, I'll have to see you guys next week, okay? So, thank you again. Remember to eat well, sleep well, and hydrate. I had absolutely a wonderful time. See you guys on my birthday stream, and maybe also the Great Nut, and who knows? And also I'll show you guys the house tour. So good night, everybody. Happy Halloween. It is I always, your dear court mage, Richter Fowl, saying good night, goodbye, and farewell. Good night, everyone. Have a spooky time.